this Australian dollar, US dollar breakout, and just what's impacting this rally. Can it continue? Because we know when we look at the Australian dollar over a long time period, a lot of different storylines can be attached to it, whether it be gold, whether it be risk sentiment, whether it be China. We've got all of those things at play, but just wanted to break down what we think is actually driving some of this breakout.
And I love the fact this makes you such a good trader. It's never just one thing. Don't get caught on one thing. Well, gold is here. This should be here. Nothing is correlated one-to-one. If it was, there'd be no trade because it's perfectly arbitraged. There's always a confluence of events that come in and out. We balance that. That's part of our decision-making. Part of the decision-making when we're trading is, what do I feel? And this is where sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. Mm-hmm. What are the overriding drivers? But they all come together. So that actually frees you up that you don't have to be an expert on Fed policy. You don't have to be an expert on trade policy. You don't have to be an expert on what the heck is going on in China, because that could take you a lifetime and never get it. You just have to be comfortable with price action.
Right, and price action is what you got in April here with this Australian dollar pair. I mean, we're at new year-to-date highs. Hasn't traded 65 cents since beginning of December. Now we're right there. Got a little bit of pullback, but we're comfortably through the kind of chop we saw at the end of April, and up more than 8% from the fallout at the beginning of the month from Liberation Day and what have you. So just a really crazy run here for the Australian dollar. New Zealand dollar also getting some of this as well, but just sticking to the Australian dollar. One of the main things when I see this graph over April, and keeping track of obviously U.S. equities, you can see a lot of similarities. So went ahead and ran the correlation for the Australian dollar and the VIX, U.S. stock volatility.
Interesting.
And this is back at highs for the past 5 years at least, on a 3-month rolling basis, above or greater than negative 0.5 here. So a pretty fairly solid correlation. And we've seen a lot of that fear lift from the vol shock in early April, and now moving pretty similarly here, and kind of speaking towards the risk on sentiment. We saw the move in the currency space, a big flight to the Swiss franc, the Japanese yen, now some of that coming back, and more demand flowing into risk on currencies like the Australian dollar.